In our very first video, we explored different types of civilizations on a scale from 1 to 3. Today we delve deeper into what it means to be a Type 1 civilization. Remember our journey through the cosmos, where we categorize societies based on their capability to harness energy, control their environment, and spread through the universe. That was the Kardashev scale, and we're revisiting it, focusing particularly on the first rung of this cosmic ladder, a Type 1 civilization. This is a society that can utilize all the energy available on its home planet. While we are centuries away from reaching this status, it's an exciting prospect to consider. Imagine a world where energy is as accessible as oxygen, where we control weather patterns, and natural disasters are but a distant memory. So, buckle up as we journey into the future to discover what life could be like in a Type 1 civilization. So, what exactly is a Type 1 civilization? Let's dive into that. A Type 1 civilization, also known as a planetary civilization, is one that can harness all the energy available on their home planet. Imagine an Earth where every ray of sunshine, every gust of wind, every wave in the ocean, and every heat from the Earth's core is efficiently captured and put to use. That's what we're talking about here. Now, of course, we're not there yet. According to current estimates, humanity won't reach this status for another 200 to 250 years. But don't let that discourage you. The journey towards becoming a Type 1 civilization is a marathon, not a sprint, and every step we take brings us closer to that goal. And what a goal it is! With the ability to harness all our planet's energy, we'll no longer be dependent on unsustainable fossil fuels. Instead, we'll be able to tap into the ongoing natural processes of our world. Energy, in a Type 1 civilization, would be as ubiquitous as the air we breathe. It would be abundant, clean, and available to everyone, regardless of their location or socioeconomic status. But energy is just the tip of the iceberg. A Type 1 civilization would also likely have a universal form of communication and currency. Imagine the internet, but on steroids, providing access to a global network of communication and serving as the groundwork for a worldwide currency. And let's not forget about our control over the weather. In our current state, we are at the mercy of Mother Nature. But in a Type 1 civilization, we'd be setting the weather forecasts because we'd be the ones controlling it. Droughts, floods, and other natural disasters would become distant memories. While this may seem far off, the changes that will come with becoming a Type 1 civilization are truly exciting. We're not just talking about a more advanced society. We're talking about a game changer for humanity, a paradigm shift in how we live and interact with our planet and each other. So, let's keep our eyes on the prize and continue to work towards this incredible future. One of the most profound changes will be how we source and use energy. Imagine a world where we aren't dependent on fossil fuels. Think about it. No more oil spills, no more fracking, no more digging up the earth to extract black gold. In a Type 1 civilization, energy is drawn from the natural processes of the planet itself. The sun's rays, the wind's gusts, the waves' crashes, and the earth's heat, all harvested to power our lives. We would also tap into the immense energy potential of nuclear fusion, the same process that powers our sun. Fusion could provide us with a nearly limitless source of clean, safe, and efficient energy. And the best part? The primary fuel for fusion is hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe. But how would we distribute this energy? Well, in a Type 1 civilization, energy might become as ubiquitous as oxygen. It will be there all around us, free for all to use. No more power cuts, no more energy bills, no more energy poverty. This might sound like a dream, but it's a reality we're slowly inching towards. Scientists are already making strides in fusion technology, and renewable energy sources are becoming more efficient and widespread. We're also experimenting with wireless power transmission, a technology that could make energy as pervasive as the air we breathe. But it's not just about how we source energy, it's also about how we use it. In a Type 1 civilization, we'd use energy more efficiently. We'd have smart homes and cities, optimized for energy use. We'd have ultra-efficient appliances and vehicles, and perhaps even personal energy shields, like something out of a science fiction movie. All of this would mean a radical shift in our economies and societies. Energy, which is currently a major source of conflict and inequality, would become a force for unity and equality. It would be a tool for empowerment, a right, not a privilege. But energy is just one piece of the puzzle. There's a whole lot more to being a Type 1 civilization. So let's move on to the next scene, where we'll talk about communication, currency, and control. In a Type 1 civilization, we may also see a universal form of communication and currency. Imagine a world where the internet is not simply a tool, but the backbone of our society. It could serve as a conduit for universal communication, breaking down barriers across countries, cultures, and languages. As we advance technologically, language barriers could become a relic of the past, with real-time translation becoming as commonplace as texting is today. Now, let's consider the potential for a global currency. The internet could provide the groundwork for this as well, creating a unified digital economy. This would eliminate exchange rates and make global trade more efficient. A single digital currency could streamline transactions worldwide, making it easier for all of humanity to participate in the global economy. But communication and currency are just the beginning. Picture a world where we have control over the weather. Today, we're at the mercy of Mother Nature, but in a Type 1 civilization, we would be the masters of our climate. Advanced technology would allow us to forecast the weather with pinpoint accuracy, weeks, even months in advance. And not just because we've gotten better at predicting it, but because we would be the ones setting it. Worries about global warming and natural disasters would become a thing of the past. We could halt and even reverse the effects of global warming. With a comprehensive understanding of our planet's functions, we would have the technology to modify weather patterns at will. We could prevent droughts and floods, and the suffering caused by natural disasters would become a distant memory. Climate change is a concern for us now, but in a Type 1 world, we would have full control of our destiny. We could regulate the Earth's atmosphere back to carbon neutral, ensuring a healthy, sustainable planet for future generations. Imagine a world where humanity has harnessed the power of its home planet, where we communicate universally, trade globally, and control our climate. This is the potential of a Type 1 civilization. This is the future we could build. Becoming a Type 1 civilization would also mean expanding our living spaces and protecting ourselves from threats. Imagine a world where land scarcity is a thing of the past. With our advanced technology, we would have the ability to create new living spaces in places we've never dreamed of inhabiting before. We could construct underwater settlements, creating a whole new realm of living beneath the sea. Imagine waking up to the sight of marine life swimming past your window, or working in a thriving metropolis submerged beneath the waves. And why stop at the ocean floor? We could even design cities floating atop the oceans, harnessing the power of the sea for energy and sustenance. But this expansion wouldn't just be about creating more space. It would also be about protecting ourselves from the threats that endanger our existence. Today, we live in fear of natural disasters, earthquakes, tornadoes, floods, and more. But as a Type 1 civilization, we would have the technology to predict, control, and even prevent these disasters from happening. And what about threats from outer space? Today, we are defenseless against the possibility of an asteroid collision. But in a Type 1 world, we would have the capability to detect and deflect such threats long before they reach our planet. In fact, we wouldn't just be protecting ourselves from asteroids. We would also be safeguarding our planet from other cosmic threats, such as solar flares and supernovae. These events might be rare, but as a Type 1 civilization, we would be prepared to face them. In short, becoming a Type 1 civilization would mean expanding our horizons, both literally and figuratively. We would not only be living in new and exciting places, but also protecting ourselves and our planet from threats both known and unknown. We would be safe from most of the natural disasters that threaten us today. The future is exciting, isn't it? Just think of all the possibilities that await us as we strive to become a Type 1 civilization. So, what's holding us back from becoming a Type 1 civilization? The answer lies in the choices we make today. We stand at an intersection, one path leading to our self-destruction, the other towards a future that accelerates us to a Type 1 civilization and beyond. The key to this transformation is held by our generation. It's in our hands to decide the fate of humanity. Famed physicist and futurist Michio Kaku once said that we are indeed the generation that holds the key. We can either fall prey to our insatiable thirst for power and face destruction, or build a future that is sustainable, harmonious, and technologically advanced. The decision is ours to make, so let's strive to make choices that propel us towards becoming a Type 1 civilization. Let's ensure our actions today are in sync with the future we envision. Until next time, stay thoughtful, stay curious, and never stop asking questions. This is Earth and Beyond, signing off.